5 alarming signs you're being abused by a narcissist. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. We'll be discussing serious topics related to narcissistic abuse, specifically the 5 alarming signs that you might be experiencing right now. It's important to note that you're not alone in this and there are ways to seek help and support. Remember, healing is always possible. Let's dive in. Number 1. Gaslighting. The first sign of abuse by a narcissist is gaslighting. Gaslighting is when they manipulate you into thinking that everything you're experiencing isn't happening, that it's all in your head. This is done so that you're unable to trust your own instincts, which makes you feel crazy and powerless. It is essential to recognize that this is a form of verbal and emotional abuse that can cause severe harm to one's mental and emotional well-being. Gaslighting is a subtle but dangerous form of manipulation. The abuser can twist everyday situations, such as forgetting something or being late, to make you feel insane and doubtful about your memory, skills, and worth. It's a way to strip away your confidence, self-esteem and independence, which ultimately gives the abuser more control and power over you. It's crucial to pay attention to these tactics and trust your intuition. Remember, your perception of reality is valid and trustworthy. Number 2. Emotional abuse. The second sign we're going to talk about is emotional abuse. Emotional abuse is any behavior that seeks to control and manipulate your emotions, thoughts, and behaviors. It can range from name-calling, humiliation, and insults, to constant belittling, blaming, and threatening. The abuser's objective here is to chip away at your self-esteem and sense of self-worth. They thrive on manipulating you and making you feel inadequate. Emotional abuse can be extremely damaging, and often, the victim is unable to recognize this behavior. The abuser can be a partner, family member, boss, or friend. Emotional abuse can leave you feeling isolated, frightened, and trapped. Remember, emotional abuse is not your fault, and nobody deserves to feel victimized or powerless. If you are currently experiencing emotional abuse, remove yourself from the situation and reach out for help immediately. Number 3. Manipulation. The third sign of abuse by a narcissist is through manipulative tactics. In this scenario, the abuser is often an expert in manipulating and twisting your actions and behaviors to get what they want. This can come in the form of guilt-tripping, faking victimhood, or playing the blame game. The manipulator will turn the table and make you feel like you caused the hurt, even though it's them who is causing the pain. Manipulation is another tactic that the abuser uses to control the victim. They use these tactics to exploit others' vulnerabilities to gain power, control, and favor. The abuser can use your values and beliefs to their advantage and make you believe that you're doing what's best for you, despite the fact that it's harming you in reality. These situations can be challenging to navigate, so it's essential to identify these tactics early on, so you can set boundaries and take steps to protect yourself. Number 4. Control. The fourth sign of abuse by a narcissist is control. Control is a tactic used by abusers to manipulate and dominate their victims. The abuser wants to have control over every aspect of the victim's life. They might monitor their movements, isolate them from their loved ones, or even limit their access to resources. They want to make you dependent on them for every aspect of your life because it gives them a sense of power. Control is the most apparent trait of a narcissist, as they want to be in control of everything. It can be measured in subtle ways, like controlling one's finances, social life, and personal schedules. Often, the victim is unaware of the grasp that the abuser has over them, and it can escalate into more severe forms of abuse if not addressed. Remember, you have the right to carve your own path and live your life on your terms. Number 5. Isolation. The fifth and final sign that you're being abused by a narcissist is through isolation. Isolation starts with small actions like forbidding you from seeing your friends or family, discouraging your hobbies or interests, or limiting your ability to engage with society. It often escalates to more severe forms, like physically limiting your movements or access to communication. This fosters dependency and makes the victim feel helpless. Isolation is often overlooked but can be one of the most dangerous tactics employed by the abuser. The abuser is doing this to take away your support network so that you are entirely dependent on them. This makes it difficult for the victim to gain any autonomy or seek out resources and support, which are essential for recovery. It requires strength and courage to reach out for help if you're experiencing isolation, but know that there is help out there for you. Conclusion. So those are the 5 alarming signs that you might be experiencing narcissistic abuse. Remember, if you're experiencing any of these, you aren't alone, and healing is possible. Seek help and support from trusted sources, a therapist, a counselor, or a hotline. Don't hesitate to reach out if you need help. Thanks for watching today's video. Let me know in the comments if you have ever experienced any of these traits. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. See you all in the next one.